So I'm completely in support of people having the right to protest pretty much whatever they want as long as it's non-violent and peaceful. But things like this, I mean, I'm not saying they don't have the right. I'm just saying this makes me lose my faith in humanity. It makes me lose my faith in like higher education as a whole. To see that Yale law students and both students and faculty staged a sit-in on Monday to protest President Trump's nomination of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. Now, again, like if students just want to like protest Kavanaugh because they don't like him, like there are plenty of things about Kavanaugh that I don't like. He's apparently really bad when it comes to the Fourth Amendment. There are plenty of things some things I do like, some things I don't like. And overall, it's like if people want to protest him, there are plenty of reasons to do that. However, when Yale law students and faculty, of course, are protesting or joining in like this big major protest against Kavanaugh, right here it says more than 300 demonstrators dressed in black gathered around 9:30 a.m. for a silent sit-in to protest Kavanaugh's nomination to the Supreme Court and to support the two women who have accused him of sexual misconduct. Christine Blasey Ford, who knew Kavanaugh High School, and Deborah Ramirez, a Yale classmate whose allegations first appeared in the New Yorker on Sunday night. Some professors canceled classes on Monday to allow students to attend the demonstration or to travel to Washington to protest outside the Supreme Court. This makes me lose faith in higher education. And for one main reason, because there's so, like, what really bugs me for the most part is when it comes to things like all this sexual assault stuff, they don't, for some reason, only seems to come out when people are running for politics. Like, it just seems like, oh, something bad happened, and we're just going to keep quiet about it for decades until this person is in public office, or at least running for public office, which is very disturbing. But the fact is, like, Yale faculty canceled class, and by pretty much going through this protest here, like, completely going against everything we know about law and the legal system. Like, professors that teach law are protesting Brett Kavanaugh for and supporting the women who've accused him of sexual assault. Like, doesn't that completely go against everything we know about innocent until proven guilty? Now, from what I can tell, like, I'm not an expert on this. I haven't looked into it, so I'm not going to say, like, I'm not a lawyer. I can't say one way or the other whether it did or did not happen, but all evidence that I've seen from thus far suggests that the story's really shaky and it probably didn't happen. But who knows? Like, that's not even something that there's not even really much to go on. Like, because again, it happened decades ago, and I've also heard supposed claims that like even if we were to prove that it did happen, he can't get in trouble for it because it was so long ago that like it's now pretty much null in a legal sense. But the thing is, like, if you're protesting him, or if you're protesting him because of the sexual misconduct thing, like, again, doesn't that go against everything we know about innocent until proven guilty? Like, all these people that are saying, like, oh, I believe survivors. It's like, you don't know if they're survivors. Like, you believe them. Okay, you don't know if they're survivors, though. Like, we don't know. That's the thing. And the thing is, I always have to give the benefit of the doubt to the person that is, like, is being accused of something, when the evidence is shaky. Now, if the evidence is like overwhelming, like 98% chance it did happen, or if the person even admits doing it, then it's like, sure, yeah, go all in. But it's something like this where the evidence is so shaky, and like you don't even have to say he didn't do it. Like, we just have to say we don't know. We have no idea. We don't know if this happened or not. And at the moment, if you're actually canceling classes for like law school to protest something that, like, again, if in a purely legal sense, this did not happen. This assault did not happen in the legal sense because there's not enough evidence, at least not so far. And this whole, like, sham of a trial, I don't even know if you can call it a trial. It's just total party politics, and I hate every second of it. And I was going to say nothing about it until I saw this, which is so frustrating because it's like, I don't want these people. I would not go to, like, if I could get into Yale, which I can't. If I could get into Yale, I wouldn't want these people teaching me law because this, like, they're being, like, I wouldn't trust them to teach me law because they're just jumping to conclusions on things like this. And people act like, again, people are acting like it's somehow a moral thing to, like, support the women that are accusing of conduct. It's like, it's not. It's not. It doesn't mean you have to say they're liars. Like, it just means that you have to kind of say we don't know. It's like it's a what do you call it? Schrodinger box. Like, it's a Schrodinger scenario where we don't know. Like, it could be one, it could be the other. We have no idea at the moment. Could happen, couldn't have happened. Maybe I just butchered that analogy now I'm thinking about it. But that's the thing, like, why? This is not a good thing to protest. That's the thing. Now, if it was set in stone that he definitely did do it, and we were able to confirm it in some way, if we had a ton of evidence that said this happened, then sure, like, I can see reason for that. However, the fact that it's like you're skipping school, you're canceling classes to protest something that we're not even sure happened and probably didn't happen. It's like, how are these people be good lawyers? Yeah, it's strange. But yeah, this is all bad. This is very disappointing because it's like, again, right to protest. That's fine. You have every right to protest. But this is just embarrassing. Like, this is just going out of control because, again, once you make the assumption that, like, he did do it, and you somehow put it yourself on the moral high ground for believing the accusers. I'm not going to say survivors because I don't know if they're survivors. I can say accusers. But if you put yourself on the moral high ground for saying, like, I support these people because they did this definitely happened to them, then it's like, that means everyone that disagrees with you, like, is a rape apologist. I don't know. That's what I see happening. And it's like, geez, like, calm down. Like, calm down. Take a second. Because it's like, if you think he did do it, then show your argument. Like, explain why. Provide the evidence. If you don't think he did it, provide the evidence. Explain why. But this whole, like, fighting back and forth of how this is such a big, like it's somehow, like, pro-rape versus anti-rape people, which, like, I've seen accusations like that, like, of being, like, a rape apologist and all that, because you're like, hey, let's wait for evidence. It's embarrassing. But yeah, that's all I want to say. This went on way too long. This was supposed to be, like, a 2-minute thing. But yeah, this is really just a rant because it's absolutely awful what's happening to our justice system. Or not even our justice system, I should say, but the whole, like, because the justice system isn't touching this as far as I know. But the way this is whole, like, guilty until proven innocent is basically what's happening. And it's like, no, like, I'm going to assume, or I'm going to operate under the premise that he did not do these things because we don't have enough evidence to say he did. So I'm going to assume he's innocent. However, I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to assume he's innocent to the point where everyone that disagrees with me is, like, trying to slander him for no good reason kind of thing, or just pushing an agenda. But honestly, I think, like, a lot of the people that are jumping on this and saying, like, yeah, he definitely did do it, it's like, that's agenda pushing there. That's, the people that are all like, yeah, this definitely happened. It's like, no, like, step back, look at the evidence. And it's bad. Yeah. It's embarrassing, that's what I gotta say, for Yale University. But, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Agree or disagree, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.